It is 8. No, it's 8:58. So I'm gonna wait for it to turn to 59. Then we'll be exact. Why does this need to know the time? That's my question. It's like, who cares about time?
Finally.
Hello,
Hi.
Timon. Hello, everyone. Sorry I haven't streamed for a while, but I kind of overdosed on some edible gummies and had a headache for like 2 weeks straight. It fucking hurt. But now I'm back. Still not fully alright, but I am back. And y'all know what I'm doing right now. I'm pinging the Discord. Hang on, hang on. Why are we hanging on? What?
It's
What do you want?
normal or ultra deluxe? You absolute
It's ultra
donut.
deluxe. Yes, I'm a donut. Alright, I know. Don't take that seriously. Just leave the clock set. Oh, yeah, I set the clock. You're welcome. Make a deal? Oh, okay. Thank you, game. Thanks. What? What? Let's start. I picked this game because I'm still coming down
This is
from
the
my
story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, I'll speak later. Fuck you, narrator.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished...
BTW, how is August in your server if he's the fucking owner and I'm still banned?
August isn't in my server.
Have you seen the trailer of a future update for FNFTD?
Actually, Spamtonio, yes I have, and it looks so fucking awesome.
Stanley.
If you were more active in the Discord, we could have talked about it, but you know.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour.
Sure, we all know the story.
Okay, so no.
Also, Timon, August is banned. A couple other people are also banned because, you know, they talk shit in a different server. Like,
Weird.
we've told you
the only enemies we seen is Plushie.
Actually, I'm fine with the
fat
chain.
Gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No, 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 no.
I've read it before I opened the game.
Just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks?
Alright, what do you want
now,
then?
suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the...
Hopefully they keep the animatronics.
1 second.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Well, fuck you,
Perhaps
narrator.
50 clicks will do it. Yes,
fine.
Almost certainly 50 clicks. No, 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 no. I'm still not feeling it.
Oh my God.
I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
I got
it. Why
it.
don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. 417. Okay. Where is it? Not here.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I got it. I'm going. I'm rushing. But not rush in. Ah, here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
I have the achievement.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. Okay, 415. Where is 415? 416. 415!
Now, back to door number 437.
God damn it, I'm getting sent on useless goose chases. Was 317? Yeah.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling
I
it
got
now.
it.
I think we're getting somewhere.
I'm listening!
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
What? Where's employee 419? Oh, here. It's this guy's. Eh. Ooh, let me up. Come on. Yeah, let me up. Come on.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. I was stuck on the desk. I'm listening!
We've almost got it. Now
Yes!
the copy machine, do that one again.
I'm listening! Ah, my voice. You're making me turn
Finish it
11.
off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 43s. Yes! We did it!
Hell yeah!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
He's
Look at
like
the...
Papyrus.
Really earned it, Stan.
They
Perfect.
executed Balor and replace him with a Bonnie Bull fanatic.
Wait, they did what? They executed Baller and replaced him with a Bonnie Bull fanatic? Actually, I really like that. I feel... Baller always felt weird, because he's such a good tower, but also he's just a joke, like he's Baller. But no, it being Bonnie Bull,
Those
I actually...
fuckers.
No. I actually like that a lot, because it fits more in line with the actual games. Plus, more security breach representation is always good in that game. We barely have it. Excuse me. We barely have any.
Day.
I am Balor.
You may be Baller, but are you Baller? Ooh, tough choice. We all know this choice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2...
And they got rid of toy mode and replaced it with Rockstar.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Alright. He picked the door on his left.
Right.
I am an obedient man.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yep, these are words. He decides to show you
Get
employees
the
that everything's
confusion
okay.
ending.
I don't know what the I'm confused what you mean.
Stanley
Getting a
stepped
broom
into the
closet
broom
ending.
closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
I'll guide you later.
Don't guide me anywhere,
No
Timon. That
reason
ruins
to
the
still
fun.
be here.
That ruins it. Anyways. Perfect.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing?
So no confusion ending.
Please offer me some explanation
Timon,
here. I'm
just let me
genuinely
do my own thing.
confused.
Look, narrator. It pisses you off, so I'm doing broom closet ending. Alright, narrator?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah, there is.
If I'd
Leave
said
or stay.
stand-
It's very entertaining.
Timon, I
At
know
least
what the
you would have had a
confusion
reason for
ending
exploring
is
it to
already.
find
Alright,
out.
I know what
It
it
didn't even
is.
occur to me because literally
Everyone
this
knows
closet
what it
is
is.
of
Just let
absolutely
me do
no
what I want,
significance to the
right?
story
It's my
whatsoever.
stream.
I never would have thought to mention it.
I'm coming back after a huge headache for a while. And immediately I'm getting told what to do. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe to you this is
It's
somehow
America, not
its own branching
Russia.
path. Maybe
Yeah.
when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did
Also, the new design for Jacko Bomber looks cool as fuck.
I believe that. Hey,
Fuck you,
Spampton. Regular Spampton.
sup, bitches, finally a stream.
Yeah. Spampton, we were talking to you. You knew that I was streaming. You were in the
Stanley was
Discord when I
Stanton.
pinged everyone.
really stupid. He probably
Yeah,
only
I am.
got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Shut
That
up,
or with
narrator.
drug money.
It
Also,
was
Stanley
both.
is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yay.
Okay. Drugs and hookers, great.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
The planetarium was super cool.
Damn right
Got
it
to this
was.
broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system
I'm
and
dead?
you collapsed in front of your screen.
But I don't have a brain, I'm a
Well, in
galaxy.
a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
But I'm...
Hello? Anyone who happens to
My
be
corpse
nearby?
won't decompose,
The
it'll
person
just
at this
fade into
computer
stardust.
is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological
Maybe.
vulnerabilities.
I don't know what
It's
happens after I
indicative
die.
of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright, fine. Player 2 coming
What is
in.
bro talking about? Tom Brady has his own
Hi,
color. It's
Squidward.
called Bradyblue. Help, my phone is dying.
Actually, Tim and I have heard about that. Anyway,
Ah,
player 2.
second player. It's good to have you on board.
I could put on the Owen
guarantee
Orange
you
voice
can't
and
do
do
any
the
worse
entire
than the
stream
person
as
who came
him.
before
You would
you.
be a little nervous boy. I'm gonna do the same
You
thing.
too? Unbelievable.
I feel
I'm
like
at the
I would do
mercy
the
of an
same thing.
entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
No,
Look,
Gary isn't
you
here
can
right
hammer
now.
out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready
No
to pick up
Ryan,
the story again.
No Penny, no Yuri.
Also, hi.
Hi,
If you
Squiddy.
want to know
I'm
all the
streaming.
changes they're making to FNFTD, ask Squidward or read a developer comment on the trailer.
Wrong,
Upstairs to
Spimpy
his
Neil. I'm
boss's
in the
office.
FNAF DD Discord. So I'll just read that if I want to. Well, that's ominous.
Oh,
Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna play FTD. Well, actually, I will play FTD in a stream before the main update. But I'm waiting until the main update to like do a full stream about it. You know? Like maybe next Roblox stream we'll play it for a bit.
I'm super laggy there for some reason.
I wanna climb up on this. I know I can climb up on this. I did it once.
BTW, you know about the new code? Anniversary exclusive SUAL.
I'm gonna just collect it on my phone. Because I have my phone right with me. Squiddy, what's the code, buddy boo?
New code.
New code, everyone. Alright, let's just pause the stream real quick. Let's go do this code thing. Everyone, get on your phones. Get on your
1
shit.
year punch.
1 year punch? Oh, fuck yeah, fruit punch skin.
Do it, now.
I'm smart enough to know what that means. It's gonna be a fruit punch skin, ain't it? Oh, it's the 1 year anniversary. Oh, and for some reason my phone was stuck in the top mode. Okay. 1 year anniversary. Please get this right. 1 year anniversary. Fuck, I don't know how to spell things. What am I doing? I'll just copy it from your message. Like, what am I thinking? I'm thinking too hard. I'm on my phone. I'll just open stream.
Love how
copy
every
message.
single tower is now block. Also retro skins that cost 12k each. D.
Fuck, that's expensive. Oh, it's 1 year punch. Alright, well, I'm just a dumbass then. It's 1 year punch. I was thinking 1 year anniversary. Ah, I got fruit punch wait, fucking the manager? What? Hold up, that's a manager skin? Holy fuck, let's go, man. I use manager all the time. Oh, hell yeah. After the stream, I want to check that boy out.
Blood was too smart for himself.
I'm too much of a genius.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
I'm gonna
who
play Rushy.
orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
I'm playing
What he
Rushy.
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra...
Anyways, I'm hungry, so BRB.
2845.
Alright, Squiddy.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Got
But
it.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
Ooh,
happened
a cool
I don't
skin.
like darkness.
by sheer luck.
I don't like
Amazing.
darkness.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Did I? Let's go down.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt...
Also be glad I told you this, cause this code is probably active only today, due to today being the anniversary of that game.
to question the
Well,
nature of his
hey,
job.
you told me, and
Why
that's
did he
great,
feel
because
this
you're my
now,
bestie.
when for years it had never occurred to him? This
New
question...
manager skin, let's fucking go. Also, they made a Twitter.
More like twatter. No, I don't.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
We got a cool skin at least.
facility.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever gone through the escape path.
Although this passageway had the... But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
I really don't know what's down there.
That code was on their Twitter BTW.
Oh, fucking Twitter. I hate Twitter.
Oh no.
Dark.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
speedrun.
have the
No, I
strength
must speedrun
to
it.
find out?
Also,
Speedrun.
2 times rewards will be useful since I have every single fucking tower.
Nice. Oh, wait, that was sarcastic. Alright.
Now
Like
the
I'm
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Where am
Each
I? Where
bore
am
the
I?
number of an employee in the building.
that me?
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so...
Say your prediction to how the Fruit Punch manager skin will look.
Like Fruit
One of
Punch
them
Clown.
eternally monitored in this place.
If he was like
where
a
I
manager.
really need the towers.
I still don't have every tower unlocked. Like, I have most of them. I have
2
all the
times
good
rewards
ones.
is useful for the 12k retro skins. Spamton.
Too horrible to believe
But
it couldn't
I
be true.
still, I
Had
don't
Stanley
have
really been under
cashier.
someone's control
Or,
all this time?
the prankster.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't care about skins much.
No. He
Skins are fucking
refused to
awesome.
believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Alright,
His
how dare
own
you.
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Very
Had he
possible.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That does seem like me.
Oh, you can also get the anniversary bundle for 400 Robu.
Labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
Not like I'm
content.
paying for it.
OBTW, the retro skins are here only for a week.
Oh, fuck. Oh, well, I'm not
And as
gonna
the
get
cold
the retro
reality
And
skins.
there's only 2 of them too.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Narrator, do you remember why I went into the broom closet? Or why I even clicked on the door about 430 times?
My new avatar is Pink Drip.
It was to piss you off, narrator. So I'm gonna ruin your story. Oh fuck, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the wrong button! Fuck, I meant to click on. My brain was too antagonistic.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I wanted to
Was it
fuck
over?
with him and piss him off. God damn it, I fucked up.
Yes!
I messed up.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
Oh, they changed the background to a medium map.
still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
It
For
matters.
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
It actually does look
what
pretty
to
beautiful
do,
out now.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
No, I didn't.
Guys, would you live in Italy if you had the chance to?
No way. I don't speak Italian. That is beautiful, though. You don't control me, narrator. Wait. Hold on. I'm cooking something. Is there a way to just jump off?
I will teach you, Brady. D.
Spiral. Is that a word?
No, I pretty sure I would be crucified by the how I made pizza.
Yeah, true. I'm a silly American who doesn't know how to make pizza. There's really nothing else for me here.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Ah.
The feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
You forget, Stanley's
And Stanley
dead. This is player 2.
Was happy.
Oh, I beat the goddamn game. I guess that's a trophy. So... Oh. So, I was looking at the trophies before I started the stream. And you wanna know a little fun
Imagine
fact?
annoying so many people at once. You get 10 people chasing after you trying to kill you.
That would be awesome. I was looking at the trophies for this game, because I thought, ooh,
I'm
maybe I could,
gonna
like...
see how the flute punch skin walks.
Maybe I could 100% it one day. That'd be fun. I saw it had a platinum trophy. One of the goddamn... The trophies for one of this game is to play
That's
for the
what happened to
entirety
me
of
last time in
Tuesday.
the Battlegrounds game. Due to how toxic every player is at that game's skull.
Ha. Anyways, let me finish. Oh,
But Stanley simply couldn't handle
okay,
the
I
pressure.
fucked up.
What if he had...
One of the trophies for this game is to play for the entirety of a Tuesday. From 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. 24
If I
hours
wasn't so
in the
laggy, I
game.
would have helped you. Also
20
what?
24 hours. You'd have to play this game for one trophy. And then, you know, I thought that, ooh, that's very difficult. But no, another trophy is to not play this game for 10 years. 10 years! I would have to keep this game in my library and never play it until I was the crisp old age of 26.
10 years. WHT.
Google it. It's fucking
to
real.
make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Let me out.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had
Maybe.
the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure beyond any doubt...
Holy fuck, they want US to become old or some.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told
Funny
what
game.
to do.
Oh god, the new manager skin looks cursed.
Now
I
it's
kind of
even closer.
wanted to do a Roblox stream
Here it
today,
comes.
but I didn't want to do anything too extreme while I wasn't sure about my condition. Well, I say condition, my hangover.
All of his co-workers...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
No.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Just take it in my surroundings.
When Stanley
Alright.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted...
Imagine how the speedruns look for every achievement is for this game's skull.
Did take 10 years.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Like a
really been
Coke?
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
Actually,
constructed
you know what? I
room.
have Cokes right next to me.
Stanley
I have an
simply
entire
stood
fucking
here,
12 pack.
drinking it all
24
in.
pack. I have a Coke
We'd
with
be
me right
surely
now.
old.
I don't know if you can hear that very well, but
Getting every achievement asterisk.
Yes.
Hear that?
Really?
Well, I
a
mean,
Coke.
you can change your console time to 10 years in the future, but you didn't hear it from me.
Well, I'm not a
Mysteriously
cheater,
vanished.
Spamton
Here you
Neo.
sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Shut up, there.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, my left. I'm looking at my left.
Stanley was so bad at following
Alright, here's an
directions,
open door.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's the first open door on my left. There's stuff over there.
I
won't go
mean,
that
for
way.
the narrator it would actually be 10 years.
Which is fucking hilarious. If I walked around... Ooh, can I walk around this? Or am I crouch for careful? Yeah, that's a vent. I fucking knew it! Oh god. Hello?
Stanley had
Sus.
now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a
course
silly
not.
and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head.
Now we need an Spiff skin to complement the clown.
I bet each and
Oh, I
every
feel like
time you watch a
Astral Spiff
movie
will
where it
start
turns
playing
out
FNAF
all to
GD
be
just
in the
for the
main
clown.
character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling.
Shut up,
It
narrator.
must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
I really want Astral Spiff to try the FNAF 2 Tower Defense game. I really, really desperately want him to play it now. You've put that idea in my head, and I want someone to tell him about it so he can play it.
All of his
And then
co-workers
tell him
were
there's a
gone.
Fruit Punch clown
What could it
skin.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ha.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
damn it. I want to be in there.
Oh,
Content?
new content? What does that mean, new content?
I'm 100% sure he probably will if the game gets popular from the giant overhaul update. I'm predicting the max level for the clown is going to be super cursed.
The clown is already cursed. Ooh, this is creepy. I don't remember this.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable.
Alright, Spamton.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for
came out
consoles
2
and
years
home
ago.
computers.
Oh, it came out
The
2 years
Stanley
ago,
Parable
man!
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences.
Upgrade box for the clown is kind of weird.
Please, step inside and see
Don't
what
spoil.
thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
No.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
There's no
Is
way
it
out.
broken? What's going on?
Also, I'm noticing the fruit punch is getting more red.
Oh,
Don't
there we go.
spoil.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'll crack open a Coke, if y'all don't mind.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
Stop being such a snob bitch.
mostly tedious. It's
Shut
as
the
if
fuck up, narrator.
Oh, okay, let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right. All right.
Do not spoil the max level spam town.
Oh, fuck yeah,
I
man!
can see why Twitch chat
Fuck
fears
yeah!
the clown. I swear
Let's
to
go!
God.
Let's go! We can jump! Worth it.
Is that it?
That's not it.
I'm only on wave 17.
There has to be something else, right?
What's this?
JUMP.
Well, I ran out of jumps, but it was fun. Next thing!
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Well, that's because you're a pessimist, and I'm an optimist. I'm having a lot of fun.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable.
There's something in your thing, dear.
1,000 hours of new content, and oh wait, there's more. Very
There's
good.
something in your thing there.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
There's more?
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Hallway.
Nifty.
Nifty Swifty, y'all.
That's it? Oh,
Okay,
you've
yeah,
gotta
I'm a
be
pessimist.
kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
I'm
And don't
stuck.
get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Hold on, is that true? Hold on. Hold on, is that true? I'm looking. Let me look at the trophies right now. Test trophy, please ignore. Holy fuck, it's real! It's a real goddamn trophy!
Lol.
I'm pissed off too,
I
narrator.
intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Fucking use
It's my
Twitter,
fault,
of course you
Stanley.
do.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
I had
It could
fun.
never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with
This is one of my favorite games. This game's skull.
to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I'm gonna run back to the new. What the fuck? Narrator! Narrator, you fucked something up! Narrator? Narrator, you messed up. You
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. New content seems like a scam. Whoa. Ooh, that's terrifying.
I like the part when Charlie said that Nifty had to stab Angels and she was already looking at Angel.
And then Angel just flips off the pole that he was hiding on like a, well, like
Okay,
him.
you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Yeah?
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers went.
I'm gonna pretend I know what you're talking about.
Take a look.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Hey, no one say anything else about the show until Spamtonio watches it. Or, actually, wait. Spamtonio, are you gonna watch Haswin Hotel? Because I'd recommend it. It's really good. Narrator, this is fucking awesome.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Maybe.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Did I do this
I
before?
still gotta finish Nekapara.
No, I don't think I did this before.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in
fuck you.
October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
But reliving old content is new content. Ooh, those used to be worth $1. Yeah, I know most of you won't get it because you don't live in America, but this pisses me off because $1 is no longer worth $1. It's worth like a fucking 2. Our money's gone down in value.
Garage, Washington.
Hey, that's a trophy I was talking about, except now it's 10 years.
That's very logic.
Yeah, look
George
at this thing.
Asterisk.
I miss it.
You guys confused me.
I miss it. I miss it so much. This was not in the New York Times. This game is American made. Yet, the narrator
here.
is British. Oh, hello, cup of tea. Nicely viewed. I'll pop in. Oh, maybe I want some.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "We're so many games that aspire to be more than games and
Feel like they made Phantom Mango last fast.
Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds
They
to
made
be
him slower?
every
When
game
will this
Good.
game end?
Did you
I
hear
just
this?
got gifted VIP in Battlegrounds now.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It was literally
How?
every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk.
How?
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Ooh, alright.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games
9?
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10, don't you
Just
get
got max level crown in it as well. I'm not gonna spoil it. Will this game even end?
All
Maybe.
they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Clown asterisk.
I know what you meant.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
I made it.
What's this? What's down here?
A lot. A lot.
Who TF is Stanley?
No, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
These are negative
Surely these
reviews.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny.
Whoa!
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Jesus. There's a... You know, narrator, I'm trying to think there's a lot of new content. But another review. Well, that one's just a thumbs up.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
You're pretty preachy.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're
Oh,
preachy,
goodness.
dude.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Open it up.
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
You did.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
That's life. You know. You want to do good. You want to be a good guy. You want to do the right things. Then you fuck it up. Very easy to do. Trust me, I know. I'm a goddamn streamer. I always fuck up people's days by giving them a lack of entertainment.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly
yeah, that's
too
pretty
preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the
What?
Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic
Click the button.
I'm not gonna
the
click
deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture.
Do
It
it.
went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
No.
It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why
I think
say
he's looping.
the story and the choices, or what have you,
Oh, yeah,
and
it's
therefore
looping.
by becoming it is,
Okay,
so
yeah,
on
it
and
is
so
looping. I
forth,
wasn't
until
paying attention.
inevitably.
I opened something on my phone to just read it. I'm back.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Sorry,
But that's
I
the
like the
power of the
vibe.
button.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess
Probably
I should
not.
become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a
Sounds like a
smart thing to
fart.
check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with pressurized gas altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
I'll skip the silence.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
Really?
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Really?
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Yeah,
I think
good
the
idea.
skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
There's
Where
no
did
door.
the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah, there was.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How
We walked
else
in.
would we have gotten into the room in the
It's right
first
there.
place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a
Narrator?
window anywhere? A porthole?
I'm
A
looking.
sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to
There's a ladder.
please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just
Press the button.
your way through a wall? Is
Narrator,
there
I'm
any
looking.
possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
Not possible.
I'm asking you to work with me here.
Narrator?
We need a door. We need a door of some kind.
Narrator?
I can work with any kind of door as long as it can
We have
open
to
and lead
push
from
it.
one room to another. I'm
Narrator!
going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a... Stanley! Stanley!
Oh, God.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just
there a
been
door
frozen
yet?
there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And
There's
my
no door.
God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's
I'll push
no
it again.
door. Oh, Stanley,
Oh.
you're back.
Push it again.
Oh my goodness, I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel
Pretty much
like
the
what
same.
we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know
Again.
you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving.
We have to find the door.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so
door.
much time. I
Still no
stopped keeping
door.
track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only...
Narrator.
I think bro died.
I don't like that noise.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have
Narrator,
a point. It
I'm
was meant
back.
to speak to the human condition. But where
Jeez.
are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They
Oh, hi,
bemoaned, they
Barry.
screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
Do you hear that? Strip of water.
the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Narrator.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Yeah, I think bro died now.
Is never the end, is never the end.
He's just going crazy. He can't die. It's getting worse. But eventually this room will decay enough, right? I'm in enough for a door!
Bro is going insane.
But this is good progress. Maybe there'll be an opening? Oh, we're getting closer.
Yeah, he
Light.
definitely is dead
Light!
now.
We have light again! It's beautiful. Ladders still can't pick anything up, but still. We're getting closer. Oh. Beautiful nature. This is
Click it
actually
more.
quite calming. No. Alright, we're almost getting the way out. Won't be too much longer. Oh no. Where's my my way out go? I don't like those sounds. Well, now it's just silent, and that's even worse. Now that's echoing screams. Wait, what? A way out! Oh, fuck.
That shit made me have shivers.
Thank you, skip button. Narrator! Narrator! Where are you? See faint things in the distance. I'm imagining
Freedom.
that.
We're free.
Narrator?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm not looking for my coworkers right now. I'm looking for something a bit better. New content. Ooh.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I'm in, narrator boy. Come on, what we got? New content. Ooh, same elevator. I like where this is going.
You see,
I think Squidward have been banished to the Shadow Realm.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has
Nah, he
turned
was
out
just
to
hungry.
be. The original Stanley Parable was a
went to go
landmark,
get some food.
and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is
ultra
why
deluxe?
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
What the fuck?
Yes, you see,
Narrator,
isn't this
what
far
the fuck?
superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have
Soda!
truly been asking for.
Oh my god, it's amazing, narrator, really.
Calling
it's
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yeah, like, is it Ultra or Deluxe?
What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's
It's
an
like a real
artistic
office.
statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh wait, the purple guy and Cupcake Chef skins will have test animations for the game.
Oh my god, it's two-player. Oh my god, it's
Now, to
two-player.
be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's
some
take a
staging.
look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Okay.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Well, actually, it does make sense. If you get a few good mechanics, and you already have a base game to work off of, you can make it an upgrade. It's fucking amazing.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch? I'm gonna scan that QR code and see what it actually does. Because I have a QR scanner on my phone somewhere. Alright, here. Alright, where the fuck is it? I never use it, so I never know where it is. Alright. I'm scanning it. Oh my god, there's a website. It's an actual website. It's a fucking actual website. It's very short, but there's a direct YouTube video. I'm not gonna watch it, but that is a real QR code.
Merch.
It's goddamn real. Please no screenshots.
Okay,
I'm starting to imagine this shit is actually a Rickroll. What is the shortest map in FNFTD I need to grind?
Like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I'd go with birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize
SB.
that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Oh, okay then. That's a lot of balloons. I like it.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No.
No, stay to your
I've
true
made
word.
my decision. We're moving on.
Other than the Talman security breach.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable
Where?
2 as well.
Where?
It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it
FW.
would just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Can't you just give me more jumps? Damn it. Oh, I don't like that. What's over here, though? I missed this. New features. What? I don't know what that noise was, but it made me very uncomfortable.
What the hell
one
does
that
FW
says the
mean?
name of the player that is playing the game? I need to see
For
this.
the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Fuck!
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Alright,
Just
alright,
play
I
along.
got.
I promise you'll love it.
Oh boy,
Okay,
I
here we
am
go.
Jim
Let's take a
from The
deep breath,
Office.
clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am
I
Jim.
want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
You're going
Sleeping
to
and waking as
depth.
Jim. Falling in...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
I don't
If
care,
in
you're
that
rambling.
world.
you play as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise,
Fine.
it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Hi, and bye, I gotta go.
We're doing
Bye,
it
Ossia.
again, and this
And
time,
hi,
let me
Ossia,
finish
I
first.
guess.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
I have to keep
Imagine
waiting.
yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee
I would say
with
the shortest map is happiest
staying
day.
up all night for a popcorn and horror movie
Wrong.
sleepover
Shortest
as
map is
Jim,
Plush Trap Hallway.
developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow
Happiest
death at an
day?
old age,
No,
surrounded
it's
by
Plush
members
Trap
of your
Hallway.
cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please...
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a
How the
thrill,
fuck
what
do
a
you
rush.
know that
It was
off of the
you.
top of your head?
Because I'm a
Do it
nerd
again,
for
do it again.
FNAF Tower Defense, alright? I know everything about that game. And Happiest Day is a 2-lane map, alright? It has too much variation in it to be short. Where's the way out? Might go push it again. Boop.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. I suppose
So
I could
wait.
allow only people...
So your name is Jim. Narrator is Jim!
Guess I'm gonna be the only person who is gonna play plush track hallway.
To play the Stanley Parable
No one likes
too.
plush
That
track
would
hallway.
actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Excuse me. Infinite hole? Free new and easy trophy? Oh. There's an infinite hole this way. Well. I know a thing or two about infinity.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Alright. Au revoir, buttface!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I'm not stopping until that light up there diminishes.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly...
What are we even talking about? Some crack whore, WHO, fucked up already.
It's an
It's
extremely
a very deep hole, but it's not
I don't want
infinite.
anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective,
We're going
the
down.
infinite is merely philosophical in nature.
Excuse
It's
me.
more of a...
Ow.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out.
Very, very deep
I'm a
hole.
liar and a cheat, and you're
That
so
sounded
clever.
extremely weird out of
The
context.
issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
This is a bomb
I
of a
figured
well.
the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't
Why
say
don't
anything.
we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press
Fine.
the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Good.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I would like to see him. It's just I was promised an infinite fall.
Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Narrator. Narrator, you can't say this. This is YouTube, narrator. You can't just say this kind of thing. What the fuck? What the fuck, narrator?
Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Dinar.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help
Way
but
shorter.
feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Yeah.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Wait, narrator,
Had
I have a
enough?
theory.
I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about. And
Narrator,
I've had
wait.
enough of the hole. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Yeah, it's
Wow.
getting shorter.
Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Wim.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I'm.
it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point.
No, it's still a hole.
It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you?
I like holes.
I know you're obsessed with holes.
I can't. No! We both fucked up, narrator! God damn it!
But at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Not the falling.
You just do
It's the
whatever it is
destination.
you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
It's not.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You
Wait,
couldn't
what?
bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Well,
You
this
get to
isn't
be
the
with the
hole.
hole. I get to do literally anything else.
This is an aggressive divot, man.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, this sucks!
Do the whole dance.
Did you hear that?
Still playing.
Yes, good word. Why is there a creepy soundtrack now? The hole's going deeper! Yes!
Sorry, I was panicking for a bit how a guy spent 400 Robu on me for no reason.
It's alright, Squiddy. But, guys, hole's getting deeper. It's truly gonna go down forever.
That's
It's
what she
gonna
said.
be an infinite hole. Oh god! It's like a girl entering college!
It was probably because you have a girly avatar.
Change your perspective. Oh! 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 This is art! Oh yeah, man!
R.
What the fuck?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
What the fuck? Is that Cher?
Space of mine.
Sounds like that. Okay, this is, unadvanced middle of Africa tribe type shit. What the fuck? Why is there birds now? Is that Maxie?
Scary hole. Hey, don't insult Fluffy Boy.
I said Maxie, not Grouse. Oh, fossils. Okay, that one's neat. Puppies! I may not be very much of a dog person, but we all puppies, man.
I meant Ma Brutta did.
Dude, doggies. Look at the good little boys.
He called Ralsei a women. Ooh, ow, doggies.
Doggies. Wait. Oh my fucking god. I'm awesome. Alright, what's up? Oh hey, that's me. That's me. Oh, that's fucking terrifying. I like this one.
Maxie.
I love this one. This one's great.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good,
Fuck!
you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley. Because
No, I wanna
this
go
hole
back!
is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So, how about
Bastard!
if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Fine, I guess
From
that's
the looks of things,
it's annoying,
you
but
and I will
fine.
have many, many years here in this hole. And
Let
I'm
me
looking
get back
forward to
to
all
it.
of them.
I was
Doggies.
looking through things.
I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Oh yeah, you want to see the dogs? I want to see the dogs again too.
Darn, my messages are late.
I'll go back to the dogs. Like if you want. Oh come on, don't reset. I'm gonna run right back to the hole. Hole.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Insurance bucket? Where's the hole? Actually, I want this trophy. So I guess I'll... Yeah, I want this trophy, man.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
yeah.
developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes.
Really?
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
They made hard maps, actually hard.
To at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I want it. Not giving up. Maybe there's a cord unplugged. Boo. I'm going back to the hole. The hole gets me, man.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Narrator, I'm going back to the hole because there was puppies and I liked seeing those. They were cute. Like I was actually having a lot of fun there. Oh, narrator, you're a bitch. I want to see the hole again. I wasn't even done looking through all the reality stuff. Collectibles.
Ah,
That's terrifying.
collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
It's like this looked like a star. It's like, oh my fucking god. Oh, nice.
I think the shortest map might be both of the F and F1 hallways.
Wrong. It's plus trap hallway. Well, now I'm gonna find them.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I'm gonna find them all now. Alright, oh, there's a guide. Okay, jump circle, this map, button, that's his name, merge,
That may be true, but that
Hold
map
on.
is hard as fuck
Reassurance
for no
bucket.
reason.
epilogue, collectibles.
I
instant
hate my
hold.
classmates. They always call me for help with their English homework because I'm the best student at school with English.
English is important to learn. B2 is what we're looking for. B2, B2, B2. It should be... Alright, so it goes through here. Then we just... Yeah. Got it.
And I can't fucking see the stream.
Well, just close it and reopen it, Spampton. That usually works. Bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever...
No, I mean they call me and the stream stops.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance...
There's a glitch where you can get on top of the giant security puppet in the lobby. It irritates me.
...will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Where's the bucket?
As long as you hold on to the
This
bucket, the many
is a bucket!
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much
Best character, best character, best character.
designing the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
I love
Come
bucket.
On, give it a try.
We can pick things up. Bucket!
Can you feel it?
This is a
Girl
bucket.
comfort, even in the face of
No.
crushing despair,
Dear
will
God.
already be sweeping through your body. And in
I
fact,
fucked up
can
a
I
lot.
say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Damn right
I
it
think that
does.
just
There's more.
has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Hold on, narrator. So are you telling me that what I should do is go to the girl I like and just post a picture of a bucket to her? Narrator, I can guarantee this bucket will get me stuff, alright? I can guarantee that will work.
All this and more
I'll
awaits
try it.
you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm gonna send the gorilla like a goddamn JPEG of a bucket. Can I take this bucket to the
Does
hole?
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That
should.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
I wanna go back to the hole with the bucket. Put me back, man! I feel like I fucked up by not going in the hole with the bucket now. I wanted to carry the bucket all the way to the hole. If I go back to the collectible room, will I find the bucket? I mean, a collectible. Wait, maybe this bucket is the key. This bucket is the key.
You can still get to the hole.
Watch it work. Oh, bucket's still reassuring me, but
There's no fucking way I'm actually in the closet because they just invaded my fucking room.
but Spampton, what is going on with you?
Also,
wanna
bucket
get
is
to the
cool,
hole.
D.
I want to get to the hole. I want to bring this bucket to the hole and have it change reality with me.
Italian man, you scare me.
This bucket gives me unlimited. Oh. Alright, spam to Neo. Neo boy. Tell me how to get
I
that.
sure do.
Tell me how to get to the hole. Exit? I don't really want to exit yet. But this was nice, I suppose.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes, yes. If you're not gonna let me go to the hole again, I guess I'll leave.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes,
Actually,
I know
yeah,
it's
I
not
do.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video.
I like being in my closet, D.
It's going to work. There's definitely
Come out
a
of the
good
closet,
game
man.
in there
Tell
somewhere.
us when
Say,
you're gay.
let's do an experiment. I'll
joking.
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether
Actually, I don't think you can get to the hole at least right now. You've got to beat something, but it requires closing the game multiple T.
I refuse to close the game multiple times. That'll end the stream.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
I'm
Alright.
kinda sad that my messages are always delayed.
Wait.
Two.
Hole. With buttons. And a jump circle.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right?
I love it.
Sort of. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
It's
No,
bad.
I want to go on this.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags.
Wait, you can return here. You just have to complete new content when the door shows up.
I wanted more than
Oh.
anything to create
Yeah, I'll
a
just do
sequel
that again.
that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it, no matter how good.
I got a way to connect all these gags into a game. So, you start off. It's just a game that's a long, fucking straight line. You walk through. After a bit of walking, like 2 rooms, you get the bucket. The bucket allows you to make a left turn. So, boom. Now instead of an infinite hallway, you're going left. You get to see new things. You get to the brand new unlock the trophy machine. Boom. You unlock the trophy. What does that do? It unlocks the infinite path and turns it back into a straight line that with an actual destination. Boom. What other gags were there? What
These
other
gags
were
are.
there?
They won't stand on their.
The infinite hole is, of course, going to be at the end. It's the goal. Your goal is to get to the hole, because we all know the saying, when there's a hole, there's a goal. Collectibles. Along the way, there will be collectibles to let you know, hey, you did a good thing. When you collect a bucket, hey, you collect a little Stanley collectible. Merch. Of course there's merch. You know, just merch. That's all I have to say about that. What else? I'm firing on all cylinders here, I swear. Actually, I'm trying to... Oh yeah, balloons can line the hallways.
Own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
No, they wouldn't.
Wait. Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Oh.
With respect. With care for the vision and
Hey Brady, do you wanna know a cool but scary fact about Mafia?
Not
But it would
particularly.
need a really, really tremendous title screen.
I feel like you scared
a
me.
title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
I'll take that as a no, unfortunately.
You can tell me it.
We need someone
I
to
feel like
make
you'll
this
terrify
game
me.
on Roblox or make the game professionally and upload it on PlayStation Store.
Exactly! My version of the game sounds great. A long-ass hallway where you have to complete objectives to make the hallway turn back linear.
Wait,
Then
what?
at the end of the linear hallway, you get to go in the infinite hole. Change your reality, perspective, change the music. You get to customize it to your experience. You can watch dog videos, man. And there's the left turn I was
The
talking
game
about.
ended.
Let's play the Stanley Parable 2. It's never going to be as good as my version of it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a
Balloons!
big building where he was employee.
I actually think Squidward knows a Roblox developer.
427's job
Squidward
was
knows
simple.
everyone.
He
He's
sat at his
Squidward.
desk
The game ended.
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did
Holy shite.
every month of every year. And although others
Why does it
might
always
have
say
considered
shite?
it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then
This
one
is the
day,
Stanley
something
Parable
very peculiar
2.
happened.
Yes!
Something that would forever change
new!
Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give
Balloons.
him instructions, call a meeting,
Balloons.
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, it's
All
perfect.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Thank you. I feel so much better now. I feel like listening.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yay, I have bucket. Can I bring bucket to the broom closet?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office
Yes!
was where he'd
Thumbs
put
up.
Stanley. Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
There's a use?
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say
That's
here.
my
It's
bucket.
supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
The bucket's not
Stanley,
good with you, prick!
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your
Fuck you,
relationship
Drew.
is
The whole
closet.
bucket.
superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really
I
tell the
got
broom
this.
closet off for its demeaning comments.
Oh, you
Expand on the
fucking
wide
thunder
variety of
cunt of a
experiences you and the
dumbass
bucket
broom
have shared
closet! I
together.
will rip
Go
out
through
your
each of them
fucking
point by
shelf
point.
and
Share
shove
your
it
journal
so
entries
far
detailing
up
the
your
rich
ass
emotional
that
landscape
you'll be
of your
seeing
feelings for the
diamonds
bucket
for
as they
years.
have changed and evolved over the years.
Hades has no fury like I do, motherfucker. This is my bucket. I will break this light bulb off on your pipe until you're
Okay, I've
screaming
got you
Danny
something
boy.
which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now
Oh,
it's settled.
nice.
No more
Thank you.
debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all
Fuck
your
you, broom
meandering
closet.
philosophical diatribes about the need. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hell yeah. see that?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
Yes!
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I actually really like the upgrades to this game. It feels like an inside joke, and I love it. Thank you, Mr. Bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotion, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes,
Was the
bucket.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another one!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
A San Lorraine. Okay, yeah, I like that too. That's very good.
The
I hope they
elevator
realize that,
raced
like, adding this
downward,
bucket
plummeting towards an unknown
makes
fate.
a
It
big
would be
difference.
all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Thank you, Mr.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
Where's my bucket? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it for a second in the dark.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and
Where's
the
the
bucket
hole?
both wondered to themselves.
Yeah, I understand. I love this bucket, but I also love the hole. The infinite hole. The hole of always going down.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
We're a duo, bucket. We're a duo.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had
No,
the
it's not
bucket been
influence.
told to do
It's not an
things
employee.
it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yeah, friendship ended with Squiddy. Bucket now best
But here
friend.
was the proof. The heart of
Nah,
the
Squidward
operation.
was my best friend.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the
Narrator.
bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Narrator.
They
Whoa, it turns red.
high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
No, you see, narrator, I did this choice a while ago, and you know what? I fucked up. I listened to you. But, now, I have something you can't blow up in case of me turning this on. I have the bucket.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Oh.
Silly birds.
Oh,
The
birds.
control buttons became active again.
What? But I rebelled. Oh, penguin.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its
Aw, it's
true
a duck.
intentions. Had the
Little
bucket
ducky.
known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands,
Wait,
the
actually,
one
what's
who
this
had
up?
pointed him towards this incredible
A
discovery.
duck!
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place,
Narrator, fuck you. I want to stay here.
flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible
Ah, we
paths
cycled
his
through it.
life could have taken, this one
Actually, I
was
want to go back to
surely
the
the
penguins.
best.
Where are penguins?
And Stanley was happy.
And they waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Are we still in the Stanley Parable 2? Oh, good, good. Had to make sure.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Figurine Finders Committee. Oh, right, I have to find figurines. Okay.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I have to have this bucket. It's just what I gotta do.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Sorry, bucket,
This
we
was
have
not
to
the
ignore
correct
him.
way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Perfect.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the
This
meeting
isn't my
room?
sequel soda.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Whatever.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, bucket wants this way.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
No. I see a collectible!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better
Stanlerines.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that
Well,
you
one
get
sounds
from
like a
seeing a
slur and
small
the other is
number in the corner of your
Stanlerines.
screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Well, Stan Lorraine sounds normal, but the other one I don't even want to say because it sounds like it's a slur of some kind, and I don't want to repeat it. Bucket, let's go to this room. So, Bucket, take a look here.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
I'm gonna rank all the towers in FNFTD. In the last place it goes to cashier, pretty useless in general. In 15th place girls to cupcake chef.
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
Well, what the fuck, man?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel deeply disturbed now.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Alright, never go to that room again.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
go
that
to
the
the,
employee lounge
downstairs
was simply the place to be. And
think it's
here
gonna
it
be
was.
collectible.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked
Hey, look,
straight
it's your
ahead to
cousin.
the opposite door.
Oh no, only if there's a collectible. Wait. No, no. Go down.
I'm gonna be honest, I never used flashlight. I know she's good but never really used to.
She's...
Oh, good, Stanley, I'm...
Actually, you know what? So many other towers that are better than her have a stun that I just never see a reason to use flashlight guard. Like, yeah, a stun is useful. But Baller has a stun. And Gregory has a stun. And Baller has a stun that can affect multiple people at once. So, like, why use flashlight guard when I have a Baller? Or a Bonnie Bull now?
glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What the fuck? This is not what I wanted! I wanted the confusion ending, you bastard!
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because
I keep on getting reminded that Gregory exists, and that I need to beat that goddamn map.
Wait, they're giving me an interview about the bucket.
The bucket
This is
isn't
my
even
bucket.
from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
But I
We're
like
the
it.
ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes.
No.
Not this bucket that they've never seen before.
This is my
'Cause I
bucket!
know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Fine.
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could
Why
make
can't
the
we have
Adventure Line
both?
go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
You knew this would happen, narrator. Fine. But I'm taking the bucket with me, because I can have new and old friends. Adventureline, Bucket, Narrator, and Stanley. The dynamic...
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off
the
to
dynamic,
next? Oh, and it
for-
played some
well-
silly music as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's music. Nice. Bucket, Wine, Narrator, and
Now,
Stanley.
this is what the Stanley
Hey.
Parable is all about.
Boot the
Don't
music
you
up,
remember all those
bastard.
great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
We literally heard that this game.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do
Actually,
it for
it's
the
pretty
fans,
funny.
Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do
Back to
that,
the music.
you're going to have to give something up.
No. I'm not gonna give up the bucket. Alright.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No!
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
I refuse!
True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No, there's gotta be another way out then.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. There's
Now
gotta
listen
be
to
another
me.
way, right?
It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No!
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now.
What is a tower that is really good, but you never really used it?
I don't know, I'm kind of panicking right now. I would have to say Prankster, because he damages while slowing them down, which is just a better version of Janitor. But also, it slows them down less than Janitor, so I just never really cared enough to use them. What were we doing again? Alright.
Line on the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
It is property of
Wait, Prankster have a slowdown effect?
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
My ears are still ringing from that explosion.
Most entertaining stream of all time. Also, my choice is Health Inspector.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Okay, note to self. Don't go that way. We'll just go downstairs this time. This is different. This is better, but still different. I don't like different.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'll gladly listen. You know, just don't try to destroy my bucket again, bastard. Some are both red and blue. This places a search. Wait, this is how we find the collectibles. Okay, everyone. Trust the completionist instinct. Okay. So, we have to find all of them. Alright. Let's study. There will be a reward. I'm not calling them that. Red room? Thank you, good luck. Okay. Alright, stream. Let's try to figure out what this means. So, we found the sequel exhibit. We found the large room lots of boxes. We found near fireplace. And we found, the bathroom. Okay. Stairs. I knew it. I knew it. It's gonna be downstairs. I fucking knew it would be downstairs. But somewhere both red and blue?
Darn, I have to go and eat dinner.
Wait, I know where
Goodbye.
red and blue is. I know where red and blue is. It's gonna be the red and blue doors. Which is from ignoring everything the narrator says and going off the beaten path. Okay, so I know where that one is. And stairs, I know where stairs is. Alright, let's go do stairs since we're on that route. It's like a dick, broom closet. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
The red and blue door ending are really good.
Different in the sense
You
that
missed
we
the
used
point,
to have
Spampton
none
Neo.
of them, and now we have them all.
The point
you can't go back
is,
to when you had
we'll
no
find
Figler
all
and
the
Marines. None of us can.
Figurines. That's a really stupid name. I'm still calling them Stanurines. What's in this
But Stanley
now?
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance.
Yes, I never been more happy ever since we beat Nightmare Mode.
It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
This is not my
This is all
bucket!
terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what
Where'd it
sorts
go?
of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course,
The music
very
is
odd.
ominous.
And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious,
Uh-oh.
he exclaimed.
Let me throw.
Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
I want my
Could it
bucket!
truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his.
That's
None
not my
of them
bucket.
were his special bucket.
Come
There's a lot of
to me,
buckets, but they're not
Stanley.
mine.
Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the
I'll
only way to
find
truly
him!
restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Somebody...
It was incredibly
Where is
painful.
it? It's
Stanley
it's in my head.
doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Dumb fucking name. Sorry, anyone named
Mariella woke up
Mariella,
on a
but
day
that's
like
a
any
weird
other.
name. You
She
can't
arose,
judge me for
got
judging
dressed,
you.
picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But
Oh,
on
she
this
has a
particular
bucket,
day,
man.
Her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were
Alright, good.
gone.
Sequel's so
What
active.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley
Snatch.
picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
It's time for the
Stanley
last
clutched
ending.
the bucket tightly to his
It's
chest.
time
This
to
was not the
finish
correct way to the meeting room,
collectibles.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Can't distract me, narrator.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was
I'm really
wrong.
hoping it's the Ramblue doors, because
Stanley
I have no
took the
other
door on
ideas
his
for a
left
place that's
to
red
go
and
back
blue.
to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Let's go. I have no plans for
No,
this.
stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
Well, is
I
this a
suppose
bucket
that
or
would
not?
explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
Alright, well, this is a bucket.
misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly.
Do I have
and
to
promptly.
leave the bucket to
So
get my
much
goddamn
of the impact of
collectible?
the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Fine.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple
Okay.
enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Good. That
Item
is a
one.
bucket.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What the fuck?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
That's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
It's close enough!
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
It's a bucket!
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
This is a bucket.
I got that one right.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
The
To
big
be
ass
honest,
tractor.
I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
What's next?
Is this a bucket?
It's not a tractor.
Incorrect.
What?
This is a bucket.
No, it's a tractor. Narrator! Jim!
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
It's a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Huh?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless...
Is it?
Is that what you think?
No.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective.
You
What
okay,
is
narrator?
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
No.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
It's my
I
bucket!
can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No!
Okay, here we go.
No, no, bucket, no!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Whoa, now
Stanley
that we got
decided
that
to go to
out of
the
the
meeting
way.
room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself. And the good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure
Can I
together.
go to the actual ending
Stanley
now?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
wanna
him
go to
that
the
the
red and
employee
blue.
lounge was simply the place to be.
This is Stanley Parable 2, motherfucker.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Now we've established everything is a bucket.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you...
I'm not going through that shit again. Fine. If we're still in the sequel, I'll leave the bucket.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Stay here, my friend.
I am back, Conrad.
Hi, Spamton Neo. We're gonna have to go without the
Stanley
bucket for a
came to a
bit.
set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
No, I'll have to
Stanley
take the
knew it
fucking
perfectly
bucket
well.
to the room I
Perhaps he
need to
wanted
go
to stop
to,
by the
so-
employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, well, that's not open, so I must keep going. Hey, an open door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone... Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
None at
that
all.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Absolutely.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Yes!
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this
Stiggly
moment,
Wiggly.
Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
Stiggly Wiggly.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Your
I
dialogue
would
is a
tell you
reward.
that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here.
And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Huh. Huh.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Look, I'm sorry, narrator. I have a brand.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
I'm sorry,
you
I
want
have
to
a
know
brand,
so badly
man.
what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It's my brand.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now,
Five
tell me
out
about
of
your
fucking
experience
five,
with this new
man.
version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's a
Okay, so
4.
we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party...
We've been streaming for 2 hours, and no one's even in the stream anymore. Probably lay down, fall asleep.
Train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough,
Yeah, before
I've
I get
compiled a
another
new
head rush.
version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that
make me
competitive
jealous.
leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
2.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Alright.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes
Yeah,
on your
this is why
experience.
100% of this game.
I am back.
Actually, hold on. I am going to check if there is a I feel like there's going to be a trophy for beating this game. Alright, good. There's no trophy for that. Good. That would have been bad. Get a little toasty, baby. Burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you
We
for
play
playing.
Minecraft?
Your input was extremely valuable.
Well, we'll play
Hey,
Minecraft.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Whose game?
Let's see.
I know it used to be Minecraft.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
This isn't.
What's our
Ew!
backstory?
Ew! Disgusting! Fucking Wyoming! Gross!
What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Still makes a Minecraft door noise. Wait, this is an open world game? So I have to run before a narrator can catch me. Where was the interesting thing I saw from up high? That way.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly.
Wait, where did the bucket go?
I had to drop the bucket, I'm sorry.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close
I had to
call.
remove it for the
Really wandered off
game. It
into
wouldn't
that-
let me through
that
something I needed.
Thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I want to get through here.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
This is Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
I actually wouldn't be opposed to playing Rocket League after the stream.
There isn't
It's an
any
alright
possibility
game, I just
that
don't
you
like
could
it
get
very
lost
much.
here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I have an idea.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I
It's
think it's
football.
sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall
It's
run the
football.
bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Suck a dick ball. Bah. Oh, wait, no, that's my goal. Ha! Get intercepted, prick.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Very
Is
fun.
it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball
It's faster than
generates
me.
a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
I'm great at Rocket League, I swear.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing,
Get in!
doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I
Get in!
simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Why are there so many balls, man? Get over there. You two, in the net. And you all have
Are you
fun over
enjoying
there as
this,
well.
Stanley? Are you having fun?
YAY balls.
Is this a real video game?
I love balls.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
What?
Your little fun comes to an end. This is
Oh, damn
my
it.
game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided...
Oh man, I sure do
to play
love
my
balls.
game, now I don't want to play
Everyone
with you
loves balls.
either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Okay. I have an idea. Falls went down here. Narrator? Gonna talk me out of it? Gotta psych myself up. Alright? Yeah, he's gone. Up, and
Pit of
away!
balls.
What are you doing?
Ah!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
You said I needed a narrator? I don't need shit! Ah. Well, this is creepy as fuck. Is this the ruins of an old game the narrator made? "45, 46, and 47. We were 427. So this is a recording booth. Huh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him.
My brother just screamed at me for saying balls in the chat now.
At the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Did your mic break?
No, my mic didn't break. I just like going on mute whenever the narrator goes on his tirades. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end stream because, yeah, been 2 hours, good stream time. Plus, I'm still not fully recovered, you know? This is just a little stream to, you know, get y'all to stop being so impatient. You're asking me to stream again, asking when's the next stream. And then, you know, the people that were asking that didn't even show up for the entire thing, so, like, how excited really were you? No, I'll stream Roblox next time I stream. No promises of when I'll stream next. High hopes for Friday, but, you know, I'm not sure. Alright. Thank you all for watching, and just remember, Squiddy's a goddamn Chad. Well, I'm just gonna try saying that again. Sam/Squiddy/Squidward is a goddamn Chad, and Frisk/Frisp/Ossia is a goddamn woman Chad. They're both Chads.